Hey UBI. I'm going to do an update. I posted what have you done to my lieutenants, and I'm saying how I lost builds because the recent patch bugged out the flat fire perk, the second perk on lieutenants, the 25% flat fire damage. Just to show you, I'm currently 1.3, as much as I would like to go back to the previous patch. There's no listing of anything here. Also, I'm here to show that there is no listing to, there's nothing listed at all here about bounties themselves, and that's also going to be part of this report. So somebody responded to me in that thread. Imitate Me said, sorry, I should have it down there. My bad. Where is it? Anyway, they said that they feel the hurt too. They had a ramming fire build. They thought it might have been nerfed. Obviously, this isn't a nerf. This is a complete overwrite of everything that was fire. How can a thing like this happen? They found a new lieutenant with fire damage. So I'd read that, and I said, oh, great. This is cool. I can find a new lieutenant with fire damage. All right, now, well, I'll do that in a second. So, just to show you right here, this is something that I'm interested in. I said, oh, look, arrow, fire, cleave. That's a great combo. I'll tell you the numbers afterwards, how many builds or how many units I lost. So it's a lot. All right, so my bounties are 63,896 presently. So let's recruit this fella and take a look.
Take your fate in your own hands. Sail aboard my
So
ship.
like I said, there's going to be 3 things reported here. One I should have done weeks ago. It had to do with probably 2 patches ago. Alright, starts with a U. So we go down to my bookmark here. There we go. And as you can see, a new fire perk. New. Okay, fire perk. Turns into fire arrow damage. So it's not only the old fire perks turned into fire arrow, all new, and I've had this happen 5 different units, and I've got multiple recordings of it. I already have a video up on my channel from the first time I saw it. I recruited one, and when you go into the cycle here, I had 4 inbound, and I had a heavy soldier that was legendary. I said, oh, look at this. May as well try and recompense a few on board. May as well, right? So what you do is you look, oh, it's bad, you go right to here, you load your latest quick save. You know, you just cycle them back and forth, right? So new fire perks, flat fire 25%, are all turning into, they're converted into fire arrow damage. It's not only the old ones. All right, so that's the bug, the big bug right now. All right, so the other thing, I should have reported a while ago. So I want to stack my bounty, right? So something happened around patch point 1.2 or so. See those items over there. This one is thievable. I'm using that word. I would estimate upwards of 50% of what was thievable, stealable, is now loot. Okay. Now the guest house over here, that remains. But for instance, like the Port of Nicaea, just as an example, you can check it out yourself. You go to the Port of Nicaea, and right when you get into the gate here, there was baskets and different things. There was stuff that could be stolen. You can, people who don't want to kill civilians, let's say, you can upset a civilian and get them to chase you, or a soldier, and get them to chase you and witness your theft. Now, for instance, in the leader house here, the stuff in the, if you come in the door, the northeast facing door, you come in there and you go to the first resource crate on the right room, all of that stuff is still thievable. But there's many spots throughout the game, especially one of these islands out here. I forget exactly which one. One of these islands out here, there's a whole market, and I used to just bump a civilian to get them to look at me. Their eyesight is terrible, and start stealing items. All right, they have to be close because it's just whatever reasons, right? Many of them are just lootable now. So you can't passively stack a bounty anywhere near as easily because something happened around the 1.2 range of patches. Anyway, so right now, I'm sorry. So you see we're at, I just cooked a civilian. We're at 62,209. So earlier, this kind of confused me. I wanted to, oops. I wanted to stack my bounty. Obviously, I can't steal stuff anymore. Or not as... So I'm still getting charged with murder here. I'm a very bad person. No more civilians left. Let's go up here. Group. Oops. You don't want to kill two, because you only get charged with one murder when you kill a mob. For whatever reason. That's one thing I always found strange. If you do Leap of Faith Ground Slam, you only get charged with one murder. Oops. See, I'm not getting charged with murder anymore. They're there to witness it. I'm not getting charged with murder. See, no more murder. Why? I was only at 62,000, right? Well, you've lowered it by 20,000 for whatever reason. 67,766, down from, what was it, 84,700 something. Let's just call it 20 grand. All right, you lowered it about 20 grand. Why? Why did you lower the max bounty 20 grand? Was this inadvertent? Was this intentional? And if it was intentional, I would like a reason why. It's that buffer, okay? You go to like Ellis, and you break this sanctuary of, or the truce or whatever, the Olympic truce, and it's very quickly stacked, and then you can go play for a while with the max bounty, and then it tapers down, knocks down, and it decays fairly quickly. All right, I got a lot of civilian kills under my belt. I'm not proud of that, because the value of murder just isn't all that much. Frankly, the value of murder is low, unless you go to and you break a truce somewhere. Okay, the value of murder is almost pathetically low in this game, but you've lowered the max bounty. All fire is 5, and thievable items are just poof. So quick numbers for what I lost to wrap this video up is 15 javelin, fire, legendary perk. Okay, so I'm sorry, 15 javelin damage, fire, flat fire, 25% fire, and then whatever legendary perk. And I had multiple builds and multiple hybrids. Javelin, arrow, and then the flat fire make great hybrids. Okay, they're very versatile and very fun to play. I lost 11 arrow, fire. I lost 13 ram, fire. Okay, and I just made a bumper boat build, and I had many units, like an archer that's not very common to find good stats on. Daughter of Artemis, not very common to find good stats on. All right, again, 3,666 units to get javelin, firepower, cleave, which I happen to have grown to like. I like that perk a lot. But it took 3,666 to specifically target that. I wasn't looking at anything else. I was targeting that, but I was keeping track of fire perk itself, which is, I want to say, 5.4% of 3,666. All right, that's how infrequent or whatever it is. And that's pure RNG. You have nothing weighted, so congratulations there for not weighting stats. It all seems to be fairly even. But yeah, you know, so that's 39 that I have it all written down because I have a lot of lieutenants and I like to know my builds. And I wanted to make a video, like I said in the post, about loadouts, but I've lost, oh my God, I've lost so many alt builds. It's not even funny. All right, you really have no idea what it takes. I'm closing in on 10,000 mercs right now. You have no idea what it takes to make these builds, and you know, I think it feels like the Adresti is secondary to everyone, or to the development team, which is kind of sad. I mean, you've already nerfed our weeklies, which is no reason whatsoever. I'm going to make a post about that. I'm very unhappy about my fun being stolen here. There was no outcry about weeklies. People didn't know how to farm ships. Look, my fault for not making a video, but that's pure madness, all right? That's pure madness. I can look out this that people couldn't find ships. I bet you there's 2 Athenian. There's another Athenian over there. You know, there was 5 earlier. I mean, it's not hard to find. I'm going to make a video where I do 50 ships. I'm going to do a time trial, and I guarantee you I'm going to do a ton super fast. So, just a heads up, you got some tweaking to do. I want my thievable items back. I don't know why they're just lootable. I want this fire perk fixed. It's pointless to recruit anybody right now for I have everything else I need, granted, but I want my hybrids. I want my other builds. You took like a couple hundred hours worth of random stuff from me. 39 that I counted. 39 of my my recruited lieutenants you took from me. I just and you've lowered the max bounty for whatever reason, and you took my fun by reducing the weeklies, because 168 hours in 7 days, 168 hours / 7 days is not enough time to do 50 soldiers. We're only 35 now. I just, you know, whatever. Anyway, there you go. There's the update.